Oh, we are live.
Hello, and welcome back. Welcome back, Narkundi. How you doing?
Welcome back. We are still alive, kicking, and in these uncertain times, Bitcoin is the only thing that's moving fast. So while US and Iran are playing negotiations ping pong, traditional markets are scared. Oil has reached 110. Bitcoin quietly rallied from 66 to almost 75k. And today's episode is going to talk about, are we there yet? Is it time? Alts क्या होगा? बहुत सारी बातें हैं. दो लोग मिसिंग हैं शो से. इट्स ओके, दिस एपिसोड इज फॉर द लेडीज. सो ये ऑडियंस में हम ही हैं. सो
What nonsense is this, man? Like, I let you do introduction one time, and this is the nonsense you come up with.
नहीं, जैसे
Oh
युगांडा में
God,
200
yeah.
चिंपैंजीज का सिविल वॉर चल रहा है ना. So
Obviously, yes.
उसकी वजह से
As per that,
similarly I fought control and now I took
yeah.
over this, so it's now called the Narkundi show. Anyways, we have a lot to discuss, and let's just kick off the show.
Yeah. Well, it's been a confusing market, so I think there's a lot to discuss.
There is lots to discuss. So if you have been monitoring BTC prices, last 1 week mein, there's been a lot of uptick. Shorts have been liquidated, so 500 million was liquidated in shorts across BTC, ETH, and others as well. And at the same time, ETF's inflow has been net positive last 30 days ka. Now what I think हो रहा है कि markets are pricing in a higher possibility of a negotiation or some long-term solution than an all-out ground level war. What do you think?
Dude, actually, मुझे तो क्या लग रहा है कि ये जो सबसे पहले तो like let's hands down this is like the most confusing market ever, right? It's like up is down, down is up.
वो तो है.
Unicorns are mating in the metaverse. Like it's just like random, confusing. But again, if anyone it thinks that as this is just my opinion, and if anyone thinks that this is bottom is in and we're going to rally again, so I don't think like there is it is very unlikely that that has happened. Most likely this is a consolidation towards the side before dropping down again. यानी अगर तुम previous cycles देखो, so when the market is in a bull cycle, right, तो क्या होता है कि it
Mm-hmm.
spends more time, the market spends more time going down than actually going up. जब बढ़ना होता है तो वो 2-3 दिन में बढ़ के फिर साइडवेज कंसोलिडेशन या नीचे आता है और फिर वापस से बहुत दिन तक और फिर वापस से 1-2 दिन में वापस से पूरा जंप मार देता है. बेयर साइकिल, एंड दिस इज आई थिंक आई विल कॉल दिस अ बेयर साइकिल, कि बेयर साइकिल्स में उनका उसका ऑपोजिट होता है. मार्केट टेंड्स टू गो अप मोर देन इट टेंड्स टू गो डाउन. तो ऊपर 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 जाएगी और फिर धड़ करके 1-2 दिन में भयंकर तरीके से गिर जाएगी, एंड देन अगेन इट विल ईदर कंसोलिडेट साइडवेज एंड देन go down. So I just think that we're seeing that kind of a move. और याद है मैं देखो आई थिंक बहुत पहले ये बात मैंने देखो बोली थी, राइट, कि
Mm-hmm.
जो साइकिल्स हैं, जो साइकिल है वो अपने हिसाब से ही चलता है. नैरेटिव सॉर्ट ऑफ टेंड टू अलाइन अलोंग विद इट, एंड इस
Mm-hmm.
टाइम भी मुझे ऐसे ही कुछ लग रहा है. क्योंकि अगर आप देखो तो इफ दैट वर्न ट्रू, राइट, अभी तक या तो मार्केट क्या बोलते हैं कि 126K के ऊपर चली गई होती, राइट, बट दैट इज नॉट ट्रू. द साइकिल इज सॉर्ट ऑफ इंटैक्ट, and all of the narratives that we are seeing,
Mm-hmm.
this war and this everything, it is just like क्या बोलते हैं कि नैरेटिव जो है वो साइकिल के अकॉर्डिंगली एडजस्ट कर रहा है. तो वो क्या नैरेटिव होगा कि जो नेक्स्ट
अरे
लेग
ऐसा
डाउन
थोड़ी.
जाएगा. या मैं तेको बता रहा हूँ, लाइक अगर तू देख तो सब देखना. एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ एट सम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम व्हेन द बीटीसी का जो साइकिल चल रहा था, उस टाइम पे एज पर लाइक द
Mm.
साइकिल इट वाज सपोज्ड टू क्रैश, राइट, बट द एफटीएक्स थिंग जस्ट हैपेंड. आई मीन इट वाजंट लाइक कि वो किसी ने सोचा था कि
Mm-hmm.
एफटीएक्स होगा. एंड ऐसी अनलाइकली चीज होती है जो लोग सोच भी नहीं रहे होते हैं, बट दैट टेंड्स टू हैपन इवन लाइक ड्यूरिंग. तो नेक्स्ट साइकिल देख ले कोविड के टाइम पे, राइट, दैट पैंडेमिक का क्रैश आया एंड दैट बिजनेस साइकिल रीसेट हो गया, एंड उसके बाद फिर वापस से ऊपर बार. तो अभी मोस्ट लाइकली व्हाट मोस्ट लाइकली what I feel is that the US will head in the next few months, even though stock market is up, everything. जो लग रहा है, I don't think so. The US is going to head into a recession, and their unemployment is going up, right? And their inflation वापस से is getting going up, and it even like every cycle you see कि every time when inflation and like unemployment cross like a certain threshold, there is a recession, and it just feels ki that is very likely.
Hmm.
What do you say?
So let's look at your theory and see ki how are these numbers playing out right now. So when you said कि bear cycle में like suddenly sharp uptick आते हैं उसके बाद again like gradual decline होते आएगा. Last 24 hours में almost 500 million in shorts have been liquidated. I think this is because of the negotiations that back and forth that's happening between US and Iran. Iran is saying, fine, we'll give up nuclear weapons or nuclear enrichment for 10 years. US is saying 20 years. There's some, but I think S&P itself, this is pricing in that, okay, there's a more chance of a negotiated peace deal of sorts. That is one thing. Now, let's look at other factors. जो हो रहे हैं. So US DXY का जो rate है, it's less than 100 right now,
Hmm.
and it's been decreasing to 98. Now, इसमें क्या हो रहा है कि what happens is that its US currency becomes weaker, other currencies become stronger. So when BTC itself is priced in dollars for the most part, the nominal value of BTC will start showing higher because dollar became cheaper. And at the same time, जो public companies and the big ones, they are not just selling in US, they're selling in euros, they're selling in Japanese yen. So when all those sales happen, for the public statements, which is in dollars, उसमें क्या होगा कि nominal value will start showing much higher numbers in dollars because again dollar became slightly weaker, which means that your stock market will again factor in and say that, oh, this is good, and the price of those assets will appear to be higher. Now, what you're saying, ki US going into recession, job losses are definitely happening. Like, I don't know if you followed about Oracle. They laid off 30,000 people with no
Yeah.
notice, like 5:45 a.m. पे email आया, and 30,000 people wiped off. I think Amazon का भी आ रहा है कि another 30,000 people they're going to lay off, mainly from corporate side. So the job pressure, AI factor, economy risk, overheated AI valuations, and returns कितने आ रहे हैं उससे, those are all happening on the same time. Now, if we jump back to crypto, I think last 1 month ka if you see the net inflow, despite the US Iran war which is happening, is almost at the same time period, like 35 38
Hmm.
days ka chal raha hai, 40 days ho gaya. Last 30 days ka if you see, like net inflow is positive for BTC ETFs, like 180 million in net, which is good. I think that with all this happening, institutions ETF level buying is is still happening. So 66 तक चला गया था BTC, and now it's up to 75 in last 1 week or so. For the short term at least, it looks positive. Last चीज जो
देख,
मुझे बोलनी थी, हम्म,
बोल बोल
बोल
बोल
बोल.
ये यार
Last,
एक तो जो चीज थी कि जो शार्प अपटिक नहीं आता
हम्म,
हमेशा, इट्स लाइक consolidation sideways and all slow
हम्म,
movement upwards. अभी अगर तू देख, we've been stuck in a 60 to 70, 75,
correct,
80 range, right?
हम्म,
This is the markets can go up, BTC can go up to 80K also, right?
हम्म,
It's not, we've not seen this in a bear cycle पहले की इतना movement. बट अगेन ये जो है साइडवेज कंसोलिडेशन और या ऊपर थोड़ा आराम आराम से जाता है, जो शार्प डाउनटिक आता है, दैट इज
हम्म,
द हॉलमार्क ऑफ लाइक अ बेयर साइकिल. और
हम्म,
यार एक बात तूने एकदम सही बोली कि वी आर सीइंग इंस्टीट्यूशंस बाय institutional buying, right? And we'll keep seeing that because right now we are at a convergence of legacy finance and crypto, right? And
हम्म,
it is obviously changing hands. There are a lot of even like these smaller exchanges that are not profitable, they also hold a lot of bitcoin. तो उनका भी बिटकॉइन अभी मार्केट में आना बाकी है. इट्स गोना गो, ऑल ऑफ दिस इज गोना गो इनटू इंस्टीट्यूशनल हैंड्स. और जब वो पूरा अक्यूमुलेशन उनका कंप्लीट हो जाएगा, उसके बाद ही फिर वी कैन सी सम मूवमेंट, बट इट्स गोना टेक टाइम। यू सी यार, माइकल सेलर तो एक्चुअली
Still
एस टी
buying.
आर सी, या माइकल सेलर ने तेरा 1.5 बिलियन का खरीदा, राइट? एस टी
Mm-hmm.
आर सी पे अबाउट डेली वॉल्यूम 1 सवा बिलियन की कुछ आ रही है। तो
Mm-hmm.
तो ही कैन कीप बाइंग मोर, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, as long as there is,
Correct.
you volume on STRC, he can keep buying the BTC. So he is
Mm.
buying. They, no matter what or where the price goes, these guys will keep buying, and this will happen over a long period. यार अभी तो हमने थोड़ा ही टाइम देखा है डाउन ट्रेंड का, मतलब कि आई थिंक नवंबर से गिरना चालू हुआ है, अभी तुम फेब
Mm-hmm.
में ही है यार, 4 महीने कम से कम। दिस हैज टू happen over like 6 to 8 to 9 months, so that is where I
Yeah.
think what we will see. एंड ये जो तेरा 60,000 का भी जो मार्क है, राइट, अगर तू प्रीवियस साइकिल देखे, इट यूज्ड टू बी द $6,000 मार्क, एंड
Mm-hmm.
बीटीसी सॉर्ट ऑफ क्या बोलते हैं, कंसोलिडेटेड अराउंड दैट फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम, एंड देन एकदम से इट जस्ट ड्रॉप डाउन टू 4,000 एंड केम बैक अप इमीडिएटली। ठीक है, तो वो किसी
Mm-hmm.
को समझ में भी नहीं आया कि क्या हुआ। सो दैट इज व्हाट हैपेंड। तो अभी भी ये जो $60,000 वाला मार्केट, इट्स लाइक दैट, and it will consolidate around this until then, until it goes down. But I think there's some time to it, and this will happen over the next few months. और अगर ये टाइम आपको ज्यादा लग रहा है कि ये 4 महीने ऑल टाइम हाई से यहाँ तक 50% ड्रॉप तक आपको ज्यादा लग रहा है, तो आई वुड से कि वेट फॉर अनदर 20%. That will also like take a few months. People will, this will happen. This happens, man. It's not called bear cycle for no
60,
reason.
70%, yeah.
Yeah,
Nuclear
70%.
winter, as they're putting it.
It's not nuclear winter, yeah. You see previous cycles. I mean, everything, like I'm saying, right, the cycle is intact, yeah. The
Mm-hmm.
cycles are intact. The behaving, BTC's behavior hasn't changed. It's behaving exactly like it is supposed to behave. And पिछले cycles में अगर आप drop देखो, तो it has always
Mm-hmm.
been, पहले cycle में जो था, it was 90% something. देन दो उसके
Mm.
बाद दो साइकिल से इट वाज 83-87% के रहा। उसके जो नेक्स्ट साइकिल है,
70,
इट
76.
70,
Yeah.
76, 70। इस बार भी मैं
Mm.
70% तो एटलीस्ट मान के चलूंगा कि 70-75%। एंड जो वो तेरा 70% वाला मार्क है हाई से, आई एम गेसिंग कि दैट इज एंडिंग अराउंड 30 के। तेरा कहाँ है वो, 30 के आसपास कितना?
70% अगर करते हैं, 35,
35,
33,
राइट,
30,
35।
30 to 35 के बीच. Oh, so
Yes,
there's
so they
still
are
like
30, there,
way
there
more
is
room.
there is some kind of, yeah, way more room. And this is not my personal sort of opinion, right? This is like this is this can be like seen from previous cycles. You can go check the previous cycle, you can see the drops, you can read all the analysts that are in the market analyzing। आप सबकी बात सुनो, तो obviously you'll have different, क्या बोलते हैं कि अलग अलग तेरे उसके स्क्वाड के लोग हैं, कि कोई बोल रहा है ऊपर, कोई
Mm.
बोल रहा है नीचे। मोस्ट ऑफ द एनालिस्ट जो तेरा डेटा देख के प्रेडिक्शंस ये सब करते हैं, वो तेरे को यही बता रहे हैं।
Mm.
आई मीन वी
Mm.
आई वाज अ
लास्ट
फूल
चीज थी
अर्लियर
कि
टू थिंक।
फियर एंड ग्रीड इंडेक्स 55 है.
या ऑफ
You
कोर्स
were a fool
इट
earlier. Go
इज।
on, expand on that.
आई वाज अ फूल अर्लियर टू से एकदम कि 2K के नीचे डिप नहीं कर सकता, बट यू सी दैट 2K 22
Yeah.
के मार्क इज होल्डिंग इट। इफ यू डोंट इफ यू डोंट सी द डिप्स, यानी कि विक करके नीचे आ रहा है, या कुछ थोड़े दिन वहां रह के वो नीचे आ रहा है, द 2K
Mm.
का जो 2K है तेरा, इट इज कंसोलिडेटिंग ओवर देयर। यस, देयर इज अ चांस कि थोड़ा उसके नीचे जाके वापस आएगा, पर दैट 2K जो है वो उसका बॉटम है। बॉटम तो नहीं, पर लाइक दैट, इट्स लाइक अ कंसोलिडेशन सॉर्ट ऑफ बेंचमार्क लेवल फॉर ईथ। And with
Correct.
so much
अभी
accumulation,
कितना?
and validators not not exiting at all, right? Entry
Hmm.
exit पे नहीं है। ETH, I'm pretty bullish on ETH though। तू क्या बोलता है?
I think so. Again, in long term, short term में तो like short term में like if you treat like ETH as an alt, I think right now everybody would say that just go with Hyperliquid, compared to everything. So Hyperliquid का तो अलग ही story चल रहा है. They made close to $1 billion in profits. But for ETH, I would say that yes, all the TVL checks off, number of validators Q checks off, ETF buying checks off, Bitmine, Tom Lee ka, I think he owns now 3%, yeah, 3.5% of supply, so he's also buying. It checks off on all the fronts. Now the question becomes that at what point do you start seeing Ethereum going up? And I think
I
you were
mean,
talking
if you
about that
see right
fat
now,
protocol. Hmm.
yeah, no, but if you see right now, right, ki, look at the way ETH is right now bounced back as compared to
Mm-hmm.
BTC. आज का ही देख ले तू.
The other
It is
way, yeah,
pretty much like, yeah, overtaken
correct.
BTC, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it does not, obviously, apna crypto daddy is not here, so he would disagree with me. But like obviously he was saying ki if BTC falls, यहाँ से suppose another 20%, right? 20%
Mm-hmm.
more, and if it goes to 30K, we can see 1200, 1400 levels for ETH. But ऐसा नहीं है. मुझे नहीं लगता कि इतना लो जाएगा ETH, because
Yeah, I mean, like last 30 days, ka hi dekhen, BTC is up 4%, Ethereum is up almost 11%. So
yeah,
roughly three times higher than
yeah,
BTC. Same market, and
yeah,
BTC I would say
same
has a
market.
better narrative than Ethereum and others right now.
I don't think so, man. Ethereum has a pretty good narrative. Actually, so I was, you mentioned, I was talking to you about the FAT protocol thesis, right? So FAT protocol thesis
Hmm.
was basically by Union Ventures. They put out this thesis in about 2016, I think. I'm sure you can find it online. In So what they were saying कि जब internet आया था, right? So
Mm-hmm.
all the value that accrued was in apps, like, or apps yani tere websites like Hotmail, Yahoo, all of this, right? HTTPS में कोई value accrual नहीं
Mm-hmm.
हुआ, right?
The
The
tech,
infra
man.
layer, yeah, the tech, right? So तेरे जो L1s और L2s हैं,
Mm-hmm.
उसमें भी it the value will just accrue, and what realists keep saying, right, कि the value will just accrue in like very few, बाकी किसी की जरूरत ही नहीं है. The main value accrual will be in apps, and you can see that, yeah, you can see Hyperliquid today, like you mentioned, कि 1 billion in profit. Even Pump Fun, right? Pump Fun is still doing 1-2 million in daily revenue. I mean, it's not कि it's कि कुछ खत्म
Yeah.
हुआ है उसका, it's still doing revenue. So those kinds of apps, और अभी तो कौन से apps आए हैं, we haven't seen that, because अभी तो तेरा ये legacy finance के साथ merger ही चल रहा है, right? Once this
Mm-hmm.
merger is complete, you will have some big players come in, like we don't even know, like uh, Apple Music type का कोई, like these big sort of companies come in making apps. And you can see that like a lot of the protocols manage. I haven't heard about these protocols do 200 million, 300 million investment being bought out at like 400, 500 million by some of like big names, right? कि क्यों कर रहे हैं
Mm-hmm.
वो ये सब. फिर आज वो डॉयच बोर्स ने 200 मिलियन का क्रैकन में इन्वेस्टमेंट किया. And so
Wow.
why are all of these guys like doing all of these investments? Because आगे जाके you won't have these protocols, जो crypto वाले protocols है, you will have these big companies जो legacy finance में तेरे traditional वाली हैं, who have adopted,
Mm-hmm.
who have bought tech, and they are now using that tech to have their products and services, like like tokenized stocks 24/7, stuff like that, right? तो वो वाली जनता तो तेरी आई नहीं है. और आई डोंट नो कि उस टाइम पे तेरे ऑल्ट्स का क्या होगा और कौन से ऑल्ट्स बचेंगे, राइट? वी डोंट नो व्हाट द लैंडस्केप विल बी. यू कैन guess कि a Hyperliquid will be there, or maybe a pump fund will be there, but वैसे एप्स अभी कोई आ नहीं रहे हैं. और एवरीथिंग जो है वो नकल वाले ही हैं, तेरे एस्टर वेस्टर और ये सब Hyperliquid ही कॉपी करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, which is not like they're not able to do that, right? I don't know how good their numbers are, right? I'm not
Not
even sure.
much, I think. I think Hyperliquid ka volume was surpassing some centralized exchanges or close to it also right now. So, and if you look at just like CMC top 100, yeah, top 200 also, it's just like a
Yeah,
unicorn that stands out.
yeah. And market share abhi bhi, it has like a lot of room to cover, man. And you have a lot of these smaller exchanges that have
Mm-hmm.
not yet sort of like shut down. They don't have any volume. They just keep running. I don't know कि कितना volume आ रहा है उन पे. Then यानी लोग उस पे पैसा नहीं डालेंगे यार. Today, so I wouldn't say चल even L Bank has a little bit of name, but like तेरे और भी बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे हैं जिनका तूने कभी नाम ही नहीं सुना होगा. These guys have like who will trade on those, man? Like who will?
लिक्विडिटी वैसी थिन है
वैसे ही
एंड
थे मैं.
उसमें भी spread है and obviously like the big boys like Binance and Coinbase and Kraken and Bybit, Bitget, ये सब के बीच में ही split हो जाएगा. I don't know. I don't have the numbers right now, but it's a knife fight out there, for all these small players to just for getting the liquidity and forget like trading and promoting and growing right now.
Yeah, but Polymarket seems to be doing some good shit, right? Polymarket
Poly,
doesn't have a token, right? I think if
no,
yeah, that is
no.
like one
That,
of the apps in this sort of space that has done really well,
mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, poly
right?
market like politics and sports. I think like it's also become like part of pop culture now.
Yeah,
So ये तीन चीजों के बीच में ही like
yeah.
the positions
So,
they are growing.
you will have all these apps that come in which will accrue value over time, man. Like, and I don't know ki what is the future of alts in this. What is the need for, say a Ripple today? Like, who is building? And unless Ripple drastically changes its like business model, what is its business model right now? Like, do they have any?
No, no. I mean, वही है कि most also you can question कि like what's the need of the token other than a
हाँ,
governance
चलिए.
token.
The need of the token तो चल let's suppose say कि they use it as at least Hyperliquid क्या करता है, they treat it like उन्होंने equity दी हुई है, उनके token is an equity. They keep passing sort of revenue या profits का
Mm-hmm.
share to the token holders and stuff, so they treat it as such. Who else is treating it like that? None of the things have any business model. तो उनका कोई फायदा ही नहीं है, तो उनके तो टोकन रख के करेगा भी क्या?
Yeah, I mean the concept of real yield. It sounds nice in theory, but for that your protocol has to make money to start with.
Yeah.
So going on mainnet, making money, and passing a portion of it back to your token holders. It's a long game. So yeah.
Or your protocol is designed like that, man. Like all you like Hyperliquid, did it from the start, right? कि
Hmm.
उन्होंने शुरू से ये फॉलो किया. अब जाके कोई कोई ऐसा प्रोटोकॉल जिन्होंने कभी किया ही नहीं है, अब जाके बोलेंगे कि ऐसा करेंगे और हम पास करेंगे. Who's gonna believe them, man? Who's gonna believe them? Like who's gonna invest in their token? Like nobody.
Plus, no VC money in Hyperliquid. Very strong airdrop to active traders who obviously held through from $4 all the way up to
Yeah,
44 as well. So community hype is also real, especially post airdrop, which is rare to find. So
yeah,
pre airdrop तो सब लोग अच्छा अच्छा बोलेंगे, but post airdrop hold करना, taking it 10x, and obviously I know how many million का लोग ने airdrop किया था. I think like 70, 80,000 active traders they got rewarded for it. So
yeah.
yeah, it is an
I,
exception.
yes, I know. I know. You beach mein, I think I was speaking to Sadhguru, and he was excited about a couple of tokens. Pigeon was one thing that he mentioned.
Ooh.
What happened to Pigeon? Can you bring out its chart? I want to see, man.
Dollar
Where,
pigeon.
yeah, get dollar Pigeon out. Let's see कि where dollar Pigeon is, because इस बीच में ना तेरे दो तीन टोकन पंप किए हैं, like Rave pumped.
Mm-hmm.
Rave pumped. Where is it today? Like, I don't know. Let's see. Get Pigeon out, get Rave out. Let's just analyze a little bit. Ki, it just feels like another one of those, beach में जो आते हैं वो pump and dump type के.
Mm-hmm.
Pigeon के साथ, I don't know, he was Sadhguru was telling me it was like some influencer who's like very, genuine, and he is like very community loved, and उसने जो बनाया है ये, and people are just buying, and ये 10x करेगा, 20x करेगा. कहाँ है ये? हो
I
सकता है
think
कि
last
कल कर जाए, but I'm not really sure about it.
last he mentioned he was trying to recover his buying price.
Of course he was. Of course he was. I don't know तूने वो देखा Anthropic का IPO. So
Ooh.
pre-IPO stock has an implied market cap of 851 billion.
What?
Yeah. So in October
Damn.
2025, the value of share of Anthropic's pre-IPO stock on Jupiter was as low as $122. Just 7 months later, these shares are up nearly 640% to $900. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, obviously, dude, Anthropic makes sense also, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Enterprise market, man, they're just eating it up. They're just going after Claude for Excel, Claude for accounting, Claude for this, that, coding,
Everything, yeah. COBOL, security, ये वो सब कुछ तो आ गया उनके
cyber
पास.
security.
बचा क्या?
Yes.
तेरा
Currently.
तेरा जो तेरा जो कंटेंट और ये सब डिजाइन और ये सब में है उसमें आई थिंक जेमिनाई इज स्टिल डूइंग ओके बट रिसर्च वाली स्टफ में बिकॉज
Mm.
जेमिनाई हैज अ लॉट ऑफ डेटा सो उस दैट इज स्टिल डूइंग वेल बट अबाउट ये क्या बोलते हैं इन एंटरप्राइज एंड कोडिंग एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट एंथ्रोपिक it's taking the lead. And I think Google has some stock and equity in Anthropic also, right? 9% or something.
Whoa. Oof. चलो
Let me
और
see.
समुंदर में बाल्टी ऐड हो गई.
Yeah, so I think Google's Anthropic equity is valued today at about $56 billion or something.
Damn.
So, okay. So, Google, this part here. Uh, Anthropic expands partnership with Google and Broadcom. नहीं 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 पर 14% है I think.
Damn. Good
Yeah,
investment, man.
yeah. 14 roughly 14% stake for Google. So I one of the things I think it was necessary also for them was because they need data sets from Google, man. Google जैसे Google जैसे data sets किसी के पास नहीं होंगे ना. हाँ. So I
Knowledge
think
base,
that is
yes.
also
Like I think
knowledge, yes. And
knowledge
that is
base,
why
like
even
when you do in
SpaceX,
Gemini, like quick searches.
yeah,
Yes, yeah. वहाँ से होता
yeah,
है. And I think the hard level application, not just the knowledge base,
mm,
but
yeah,
building something out of it. I think वहाँ पे Claude is just eating it. Replit
yeah,
भी काफ़ी अच्छा है. Like I've tried it, Sadhguru's tried it. It worked quite well. Like it's not. I don't think it depends on that knowledge base either, but like it won't give you long answers and all, but it will do a good job when it comes to build. So okay, coming back to
correct.
dollar pigeon.
Yes.
So, 1 second. Slight disturbance. Huh. Dollar pigeon.
So,
Feb
yeah.
में peaked 0.007 and
What is this
now
level
उसमें
941? Oh,
8 digit.
pigeon, yes. Got it.
That is yeah, that's the influencer. The pigeon का
Okay.
profile लेके घूमता है.
Uh,
And now इसमें एक digit add हो गया 0.001. So hype is fast
yeah.
and as expected
Yeah.
with every chart.
Yeah.
You have a hype and then
How much?
sell out.
What is today's volume? 330,000. 24-hour volume is
Mm,
330,000. 370,000. Get that?
which is,
377.
yeah,
Yeah.
370 k. Fine.
370. What about Rave? Rave. Check Rave out. Right. So this is like
Let's
a
see.
dud, right? Pigeon. Check Rave out. So yeah,
RaveDAO. Let's see.
yeah.
Let's see what's happening.
Rave, is क्या बोलते हैं कि I don't know. I saw that it went from almost 24 cents to $14.
Hmm.
That was like a crazy move, man. Like crazy move. But
One
I don't
second,
even know
bringing
what
up.
Rave does. Like I haven't like heard anything about them. What does Rave do? Wait. dollar rate.
Web3 music protocol, something
Of
something.
course. Web3 music
Not
protocol,
bad,
huh?
huh? 30 cents, say.
Yeah, 25, 25
40x ho gaya.
cents. Yeah, it's good, man. Where is it now?
Not bad at 15.
Yeah, $15, huh? Damn. Uh,
Hmm. So,
mm. Hey, continue.
ये न्यूज़ से भी रिलेटेड था because one of the articles was on Rave. So they bowled from 25 cents to $14, 6,000% in a month, 3,300% in 3 days, only in crypto, obviously.
I can't see your screen. Were you sharing your
You can't?
screen for the news? No. Y-
Oh,
Yeah.
अब देख लो दिख रहा है.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, this was one of the news items, 25 cents to $14, 6,000% up in a month. But there's more to it. So usually what happens is that when devs, when they deposit tokens to exchanges, it means that there's a dump that's coming. So
Yeah.
they deposited tokens to exchange, people opened
Yeah.
shorts, but then they didn't sell them. They moved it back and they bought spots and then so
Oh.
so the shorts
Oh.
started bleeding, liquidation cascade began, first wave wiped second, and then everyone. And then funding
God.
rates went deeply negative across exchanges, 0.1% to
God.
5%. APR is minus 1,000%.
Oops.
This means the
Damn.
shorts weren't just wrong, they were paying heavily to stay. Spot price became
Oh
a
God.
weapon, perps became the liquidity pool, wallets behind this left a full trail on chain. Nothing hidden, just ignored.
God. ठीक है तो बढ़िया और क्या तो बेचारे को बेवकूफ बना दिया वो देख चिड़िया
Oh,
Yeah.
like किसी ने ट्वीट मारा होगा अरे 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 डिपॉजिट हो गया रेव होने वाला
Yeah.
the usual
What was
playbook, like you can't blame
yeah.
them.
Who was the next sort of news that you wanted to share?
News और भी है मेरे पास
Yeah.
न्यूज़ का पिटा रहा है. We already discussed about the 200 chimpanzees civil war in Uganda, right?
Of course, of course. That was your first thing that you discussed. Like I don't know why you're so invested in that, but
नहीं, Reddit ने मुझे बोला this is very important, so उस पे like
of course.
different subreddits में show up हो रही है वो same news. फिर हो रहा है कि
Yes.
17 infants are killed, 20 adult chimpanzees, 10 साल से लोग साथ में रह रहे थे. This whole like layers to it.
Yeah, I really don't want to know, man. All of this.
You're not into
I really,
chimpanzees?
I'm not. I'm not. I'm seriously not.
Okay, fine. Noted. I'll ask tomorrow again. So,
It's okay.
Strategy has acquired 13,900 BTC for
Wow.
about 1 billion at 71K. And now his cumulative buy price is exactly at break even right now, 75,577 pe
75.
hai.
Wow.
74,800 pe chal raha hai, but yeah, let's just say he's at break even right now. 780,000 BTC that he has. 59 billion at current value. अगर
क्या
double भी हो
फर्क
जाए.
पड़ रहा है उसको ब्रेक इवन से dude? I don't think he cares.
Yeah, I
I don't
mean,
think he cares, man. He's just
उसने तो
like,
बोल दिया है कि he is going to keep acquiring. So as long as वही
yeah,
like as long as money is coming in either through debt or through like STRC,
yeah,
it's free money for him to purchase. Okay, speaking of doom and gloom, so Dr. Profit, friend of the show, most quoted influencer,
yeah.
he is saying a S&P crash is coming similar to 2008 levels. It's going to happen in 1 to 2 months. Prepare. He is one of the
कहाँ
few
क्या
people
मतलब?
who called for BTC top at 125K. Shots open kiye
Yeah.
and he was right.
Yeah, I mean, this he's a doomer for sure. He doesn't give like a normal. He doesn't say anything ever normal, right? कि हाँ थोड़ा थोड़ा जाएगा नहीं जाएगा. He's always like a doomer. कि oh, we're gonna go down, we're gonna crash. But yeah, he's been right. He's like the
He
only.
has
He's one
been
of
right.
the few people that has been
Mhm.
consistently right. So
Yeah, I mean, like
he
JP
and some
Morgan,
sometime. I mean, again, the thing is, na, ki everyone
It
who's
didn't
right
happen.
wrong sometime, right? You just, yeah. ठीक है.
Hello,
What
hello,
next? Yes, yes. I think you're stuck, but okay.
hello, hello,
All
hello.
right. Yes, I can hear you, bro.
Ah, you there?
Yeah. Your
Arey,
screen is
sorry.
stuck. Yeah.
Yes. What do you see right now?
Yeah, I see you now.
Okay. Do you
Yes,
see
yeah.
X?
Yes, I see X. I
So,
see.
क्या दिख रहा है?
Just stop टाइम पास करना बंद कर. क्या दिख
So,
रहा
तूने
है?
Nikita, for you again reminding this is a dude, as you can see from the
Yeah,
profile
so
picture, which you thought
yeah,
was
I
a
can't see that now. Screen is stuck. I think you should stop sharing the screen. That is what
oh, क्या
working
मस्त.
for you. Yeah.
Let's
All
try
right.
again.
What did Nikita say?
So, Nikita, Chief Product Officer at X, he gave a
Hmm.
cryptic tweet. Crypto has had a rough year. Maybe we should launch something to fix it.
Hmm.
Prediction market directly on X. और क्या चल रहा है narrative अभी?
Payment gateway, yeah. Payment solution, some kind of payment
पेमेंट्स कर
solution.
सकता है. Yes, could be.
Some, yeah. ऐसे ही कुछ होगा मतलब कि जो चीज चल रही होगी because you don't have
वही
to be
है.
completely innovative, right? You can take the best of what someone's building and then just build it
हाँ
on
हाँ.
X.
And
Like Grok, right? I don't think anyone other than someone who uses X uses Grok, and that too for like
hmm,
stuff on X mostly.
yeah, like
कि एक-
Grok is more favored for the news that is happening right now,
Yeah,
verifying information that people are putting out there. But it's very X focused rather
yeah, it's very X
than
focused. So
yeah.
जो भी app वो जो भी बनाएगा, it will be very X focused from what I think, because उसको वही
Yeah.
करना पड़ेगा. ये तो
Mm-hmm.
competition, because that is where the user base is, right? I don't think, I think they were like in sometimes like कि neo bank बना देंगे या कुछ करेंगे, there's like a lot of things that he keeps saying. I'm not really sure because they have everything, right? They have telecom, Starlink से link कर दो,
Mm-hmm.
ये कर दो, वो कर दो. So there's a lot of things that they can do. All right, I think that is
Can do,
enough for
but अभी
tonight.
क्या करना? नहीं नहीं और है मेरे
uh,
पास पिटारा.
what do you have, dude? Then just go for it.
Hyperliquid, 900 million
We just,
profits with
yeah,
11 employees. बताओ.
yeah. That has been
This is
happening
what.
for some time, right? 900 million in
Hmm.
profits. That guy who built like a $1.5 billion company with just two people, वो भी तो है.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that is. So I mean, that is, you're gonna
Some
see
guy in
more and
US.
more of this. Yeah, you're gonna see more and more
It's
of this.
starting to happen. Hmm.
It's not the thing. You have to realize कि it's not कि तेरी jobs खा रहे हैं या jobs जा रही हैं. Systems tend to get more efficient over time in any case.
Mm-hmm.
With पहले तेरी फैक्ट्रीज थी, लोग हाथ से बनाते थे, फिर उन्होंने असेंबली लाइन डाल दी, फिर रोबोट्स डाल दिए, फिर systems tend to get efficient over time. So कुछ नया आएगा. अभी वैसे भी लोगों को फैक्ट्री में जाके काम करने का दिल तो करता नहीं है. They want to be on TikTok and make videos. So maybe that is the next thing.
Yeah,
So many people have
that
found
is.
employment like that.
वो भी है. And speaking of employment through crypto scams, fake ledger app got approved for Apple Store, launched.
Oh damn.
Somebody put their 5.92 BTC on it, and obviously got swiped.
God.
Zach XBT is trying to trace, and
Of
Apple has
course.
still not commented how a fake ledger app went through to the App Store. So
Wow. Yeah, this is one of my
scams
fears, right?
continue.
Every time I download an app, I have to like cross check it everywhere, like on Play Store, Apple Store. मैं सब जगह एक बार देखता हूँ जाके कि is this the legit app or not? क्योंकि that is one of the things that it can happen.
And it just happened, like, like getting an app onto
Yeah,
Android Play Store versus Apple Store. Like, it's way
yeah,
harder, and still
yeah,
it made its way. So yes, stay cautious, people.
yeah. All right,
Anyways,
I think that's it for tonight. Thank you everyone for joining in. Narkundi, if you want to say some last words, and don't make it like your intro, please. Just be natural.
we're not going to talk about chimpanzees.
No.
Save the chimpanzees.
Uh, all right. Good night. Good night.
Yeah.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night. We'll be back with more episodes. We've been away for a
Later.
while, but everyone was
Yes.
wrapping up their heads with what was happening in the region. So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be doing more episodes starting with this one. So yeah. Okay. Chalo, bye.
Good night. Bye.
Good night.